welcome if you are new here. My name is Hetty and on this channel we discuss all things positive and high vibes. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications as well so you can see when I post my next video if you want to keep listening to everything positive and high vibes and how to improve and change your life for the better. So today's video is all about how you can stop doing this one thing I guarantee you probably do at least once a day, and when you stop doing this one thing you will change your current reality, you'll stop repeating the same patterns and your life will change for the better. So keep watching, I hope you enjoy. So I am sure there are so many examples that you can think of yourself so I'm certain that there are so many examples you can think of where you have been in situations where you have actually argued for your limitations and told people why you shouldn't do it, why they shouldn't choose you to do it, and why you can't do something. That needs to stop. You need to stop arguing for your limitations. You need to stop allowing people to continue on the cycle of thinking you can't do something, allowing that to be continually ingrained in yourself. It is usually patterns we have picked up from our childhood most of the time, from what other people have told us, from what our parents have told us. Perhaps it was a teacher that told you that you couldn't do something and you set that as your limit and you've just continued to believe it this whole time, and now we are going about changing that. So an example of arguing for a limitation in yourself would be if you're having a conversation with someone, maybe you want to start practicing piano or start music, anything like that, and you say, oh, I'd really love to start practicing piano, but I'm terrible at music, I'm tone deaf, I never have been, able to pick up on rhythms or beats. That is arguing for a limitation, and that is just reinforcing a belief that you have held for so long. Maybe you could trace that belief back to someone telling you that you are no good at music. Maybe you tried to play the piano when you were 5 and your parents turned around and said, oh, stop playing that, you have no rhythm at all. You've just continued to believe that and held that as part of yourself, but you don't need to do that. A belief is just something that we think enough, basically, until it becomes ingrained in us. So it's just a consistent thought that we have. That's how we get our beliefs ingrained. And when we start arguing for our limitations, it really holds us in a position that is not beneficial to ourselves. So it keeps us repeating the same patterns that we see every single day in our lives. It keeps us stuck where we are, and we don't want to do that. We want to change our lives for the better. We want to progress, evolve, move forward, start doing things that we want to do, that we enjoy, and arguing for our limitations is not going to help that in any way at all. By continuing to argue for your limiting beliefs, you are consistently reinforcing those negative feelings and the negative beliefs you have around them. It's reinforcing them for yourself and for other people. So maybe someone will not ask you to do a certain thing because every time you are mentioning something around that, you say, oh, but I'm terrible. You might say, oh, I'd love to learn how to cook really well, but I am terrible at cooking, I am useless in the kitchen. These are all limiting beliefs. Now, I want you right now to identify any limiting beliefs you have. Just think of one that you might have even said today to someone when someone's asked you to do something, or when you have thought about going to do something, trying something new, and you've thought, oh, but actually I can't because... And why are you downgrading yourself like that? Why are you degrading your own self-image? It's not what we want to project out there to the universe. You want to project out there to the universe that, yeah, maybe it's in the past you haven't been so well at it, maybe you haven't really tried it, maybe it's not been your thing, but you're willing to give it a go, willing to try, you are open to experiences, you'll stop limiting yourself. So a huge reason why a lot of us actually do this is because it is an excuse to get out of things. So a lot of the time someone might ask you to do something and you say, oh, I'd love to, but I'm just terrible at that actually, so yeah, you shouldn't ask me. So that is creating the excuse so that person will not ask you to do that again, so you can get out of doing something. You can create that excuse of yourself as well. It's not just other people. You can be creating excuses to yourself to say maybe you want to lose weight and you know, you're thinking about maybe I should go to the gym, maybe I should be more active, maybe I should eat more healthy, and you say, but I'm just not very good at any kind of sports. I'm not good at controlling what I eat. I'm not good at picking healthy foods. I'm not good at anything like that. So that is all a self-limiting belief. It's a limitation you are arguing for. It is an excuse so you don't have to go out and do the actual work behind that. So stop arguing for your limiting beliefs. It is just an ingrained pattern that you've got in yourself so long. It might have sprung from somebody else or an experience you've had in your past. You'll most likely, when you think about why you have certain limiting beliefs, be able to pinpoint them to one specific area in your life, or maybe a conversation you had with someone. And instead of the next time you feel like you're about to, argue for a limitation of yours, instead of saying but, don't continue on that part of the conversation. Either be brutally honest and say, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not going to do it. You don't have to say, oh, I'd love to, but, and argue for a limitation. You can just say, be honest and say, yeah, I just don't feel like doing that. It's just not something that I want to do. Or don't continue down that path. If you say, I really want to be a musician, instead of saying, but, I'm not very good at music, I've not got any rhythm, I'm tone deaf. Stop before you come to the but. So the big flag that will click in your mind is, am I saying but after this sentence? And if I am, it means I'm arguing for one of my limitations. It means I'm complaining. It means I'm about to say something that is not going to positively influence my life in any single way. So stop yourself before you say the but, and instead just say, yeah, I'd really love to. I'd really love to give that a go. I really would love to go to the gym. I'd really love to lose a load of weight. Instead of saying but, just stop there and say I'd really love to, it would be great. And maybe change it around. So instead of arguing for your limitations, say I am now going to ... whatever action you want to do after that. So instead of saying I really want to lose weight, but I have never been very active, say I really want to lose weight, I'm going to work on being more active. And that is how you start to change those ingrained patterns and beliefs in you. So I hope this video has been useful. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and the subscribe button as well if you want to see more content like this. And until next time, please keep spreading the positive vibes and love, and I will see you soon. Mwah!